Let us take an example. Okay, the example is like this. Okay, let us take, we are heating 10 liters of water. Okay, and let us say, okay, what is the, suppose we have saying, okay, a question is like this. Okay, to heat, okay, a vessel, 10 liters of water, let me leave that on. Okay, 10 liters of water, 10 liters of water at 25 degrees centigrade. This question has come in GATE, students. 25 degrees centigrade is to be heated, is to be heated to a temperature of 60 degrees centigrade, to a temperature of 60 degrees centigrade. Okay, if a 1000 watt electric heater, if a 1000 watt electric heater is used to heat the water, determine the time required, determine the time required for the water, for the water to reach 60 degrees centigrade. Okay, very very basic. Okay, to reach 60 degree centigrade. Okay, uh, assume no losses, no losses due to heat transfer to the atmosphere. Heating, it may happen so that heat transfer to the atmosphere, there is losses. We are assuming no losses. Tell us what is the time required to heat 10 liters of water, which is at 25 degrees centigrade, to a temperature of 60 degrees centigrade. Yes, students. How do you do that? Do it fast. You know how to do it, everyone? Is it not? First of all, you need any additional formula? Yes, you need Cp is equal to Cv is equal to 4.18 kilojoules per kg Kelvin. I know for Ashutosh and our Akshay, this is simple basics, but some of the students, it's very, very, very not possible. A lot of people. So we will go for that for 10 minutes. Then we will go for other things. Okay. So yes, please do it, students. Any questions you want to ask, you can ask me. I will give you 5 minutes. Let us see how many of you will solve it within 5 minutes. Yes. This question, the similar question has appeared in GATE, students. 1430 seconds. Others, is that the one we have got? Yeah, students. How to do it? I will tell you how to do it. How many of you have not got the answer? Please raise your hands. Prathamesh, Shane, Chetan, Divyaraj, almost everybody. Yes. Okay, Abhik, Shiveja. Okay, fine. Okay, it's simple. Okay, I will tell you. What is, this, you understand this is a very simple question to be asked for a mechanical engineer, and every mechanical engineer should know that. Correct? So, this is one thing has to be understood. Okay. Now, when you take 10 liters, what is 10 liters of water is equal to 10 kg of water, correct? How does that come? We assume density is 1000 kg per meter cube, correct? That is why this comes, because 1 liter 1 liter is equal to 1 decimeter cube, correct? Deci is zero point 0.1, the whole cube, that is 0.001 meter cube. And since 1000 kg is equal 1 meter cube has 1000 kg, 1 liter is 1 decimeter cube is 1 kg. So 10 liters is 10 kg. Fine. Next, another point we have to understand is, when you take this, it is internal energy or enthalpy, anything you take. Internal energy, let us take. When you take du by dt, when you take du by dt is equal to Cp. Now u, when you consider, or if you consider u, okay, what is the dt we have to take? So du is equal to Cp dt. So change in the internal energy, u2 minus u1 should be equal to Cp into T2 minus T1. Correct? When you integrate, you get this. And this change in internal energy is equal to the energy supplied. What is the energy supplied? Energy supplied is so many. Here, what is happening? This is the total energy supplied. Okay. If you want to find out the rate of energy supplied, okay, from here, if you want to find out the rate of energy supplied, I have to write du by dt temperature time is equal to Cp into dt by dt. This way also I can write. I'm making it complicated, yes, but this is to make you understand a lot of things. Okay. Same thing if I put it in terms of delta, I can say du by dt into delta t is equal to Cp of T2 minus T1 by delta t. And this is actually equal to the 100,000 watts. This is equal to 1000 watts. Watt is what? Kilojoules per second, or joules per second. Yeah, kilojoules per second. 1000 watt. Okay, joules per second. 1000 joules per second. Correct. Now what we have to do from here? From here we have to understand Cp is given, delta time. I'm sorry, not small capital T, small t time. Okay, time we have to find out. What you have to write? Cp into T2 minus T1 divided by 1000. You will get the answer. So what is it? So delta T, the time taken, is equal to Cp into T2 minus T1 divided by 1000. Cp is given as, that will come in seconds obviously. T2 minus Cp is 4.18 into 60 minus 25 is how much? 35, is it not? 35 divided by 1000. So whatever the answer you get, so many seconds. Okay, this is in kilojoules, so into 10 power 3, because this is in kilojoules. So, or you can say 4180 into 35 divided by 1000. So whatever the answer you get, that is the answer in seconds. What is that, students? Is it 1430? Is it right what Nitin had told? 4180 into 35 divided by 1000. Easy, students. Okay, so divided by 1000. Okay, so it is 146 seconds. For what? For 1 kg. Now this has to be multiplied by Cp is per kg. This is per kg. Now this has to be multiplied, the energy which is there, multiplied by 10 kg. So 10. Correct. So here also this should be into 10 kg. This is U. Okay. So Cp into 10 kg has to be multiplied. So this has to be multiplied by 10, students. Okay. I'm sorry. So many kgs. Okay. Mass has to be multiplied. Mcp delta T. Mcp delta T. That's what we take. Is it not? This M has to be there. Okay. Mass has to be there. Whatever the mass is there, that has to be multiplied. Okay. So that when you get 4163. Correct. So 4163 seconds. So 4163 seconds means what? If you consider 4163 seconds, 4163 seconds, 4163 divided by say 60. So around 69 minutes, 1 hour you will take. If you use 1 kilowatt, this one to raise this temperature, you will take around, sorry, 1463. I'm sorry. It's wrong. 1463 divided by 60. So around 25 minutes, 24 minutes, 38, 24.38 minutes you will take to heat it. Morning, when you heat water, you can see the results. Is it not, students? 1463 seconds. Everybody understood this? Any doubts? Similar question has appeared in GATE. I hope everybody will be able to answer. Correct. Hello. Now, anybody did not understand this? Chetan, you have a doubt?
Sir, clear, sir.
Clear. Ashutosh, one of the things, yes, I could have said Q is equal to MCP delta T directly. But when I go directly, what happens? You miss the link in between. Got it, Ashutosh? I can say directly MCP delta T. You will remember MCP delta T. Correct, Ashutosh? Ashutosh ji, are you
Yes,
appreciating?
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I will not tell you direct equations. Equations you have to remember, but you have to understand how equations has come. Okay, that sukshmati you have to understand, that what to say, subtleness has to be understood. Okay, now let us go further. Let us see
Sir, 1 minute.
specifically. Yes, yes, please. Any doubts? Any further doubts, students?
Sir, how we are getting 4180? Why
4180 is given here. Cp is equal to Cv is
4.18.
4.18 kilojoules per kg.
Kilojoule. Kilojoule. Okay. Okay. Understood.
Correct. Can I go further?
Yes, sir. 1 minute.
Any other further doubts?
Writing and down.
Write it down. Yes, yes. Please write it. Next part is very, very interesting, students. Finished writing? Tell me when you finished writing, students. Done? How many of you did not finish? Raise your hands. How many of you did not finish writing? Raise your hands. Everybody finished writing? Okay, fine. Let us go further. Now, let us go. Okay, let us go further with specific heats for ideal gas. Specific heats for ideal gas. Let us see what is that. Now, if I consider H, what is enthalpy? If I consider enthalpy H, if I consider, what is H? H is equal to U plus PV. Correct? U plus PV. V specific volume. But we know equation of ideal gas. But the ideal gas equation is P into small v is equal to RT. Correct, students? So instead of PV, I can put RT. So H becomes equal to, therefore H is equal to U plus RT. Makes sense? Now further, we can write H is what? Cp into dt. What is U? Cv into dt. Makes sense? Plus RT. So or we can say RT, we can say, or we will write it like this, okay? Not this way. I'm sorry. I should write here, this can be written as dH is equal to du plus R into dt. Since we know du by dt, okay, or we can say like this, okay, dH is equal to, we can say Cp into dt. We can say that because if the pressure is the same, if the pressure remains same, then what happens? Cp is equal to dH by dt, correct? So here dH by dt, dH can be written as Cp dt, correct? So I'll write this as dH as Cp into dt and du as Cv into dt. Makes sense? Plus R dt. Correct, students? So I can write dt cancels everywhere. I can write Cp, or we can write Cp is equal to Cv plus R, or R is equal to Cp minus Cv. Makes sense? Makes sense, students? Or also, in addition to this is very simple one, but very important. Okay, this we miss it sometimes. What is gamma? Ratio of specific heats. What is the importance of that? I will tell you later on, students. Ratio of specific heats. Ratio of specific heats. If I consider, what is that? Cp by Cv is called gamma. Correct? Gamma is equal to Cp by Cv. Makes sense? So I can write from this, let us take that. So it is, we can write a lot of equations from these things. I can write Cp is equal to Cv into gamma, correct? Or I can write, what is Cv? Cv can be written as Cp minus R, correct? So I can write Cp minus R, correct? I can write Cp minus R into gamma, correct? Or I can also write here, sorry, Cp minus R, Cv is equal to, sorry, Cv minus R, correct? Cp is equal to Cv minus R, correct? Cp is equal to Cv plus R, I'm sorry, Cv plus R. Cp is equal to Cv plus R, I can write. And gamma is Cp by Cv anyhow. So we can write this as, this is gamma. 1 second, students. Okay. Let us do this way, not this way. I'm sorry. I made a mistake here. Okay. So now gamma is equal to Cp by Cv. So let us put R is equal to, I can say, 1 second, students. R is equal to, I can take here from this, I will take CV outside. This I am applying here. Okay. So CV into CP by CV, CP by CV minus 1. Correct. So now what is that gamma, right? So CV into gamma minus 1. Makes sense? So what is CV? CV is equal to R by gamma minus 1. This implies CV is equal to R by gamma minus 1. Very, very important, students. This is one of the important things we have to understand. Very, very, very important one. All both of things you can put as fundamental important. 5 stars. Similar way, there is another things which I'll solve here. Okay, CV is R by gamma minus 1, is it not? So if I consider CP by CP, if I consider, okay, so I could have also done this. If I taken CP outside, then it would have become, okay, if I taken from, say this is 1, okay, so from 1 I can write R is equal to Cp into 1 minus Cv by Cp. Correct. What is 1 minus Cv by Cp? It is Cp into 1 minus 1 by gamma. Correct. Or I can write this as Cp into gamma minus 1 by gamma. Correct. Or I can write Cp is equal to R into gamma divided by gamma minus 1. These three equations has to be remembered. This is 3, this is 2, okay, 1 2 3 has to be remembered, students. It is very, very handy in solving problems. Now let us understand for air how it happens. Okay, what is Cp, Cv for air, and how do we get R for air? This is very, very important. I know it is basics. That's why I'm going a bit fast. If you think I'm fast, please stop me. Ask me questions. One of the way to slow down a teacher is to ask questions. Written down, students. It's very important to write these notes in the class itself.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Yes, yes.
Done. ನಾನು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ ಅಂತ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಅಲ್ಲ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ.
ಎಲ್ರದ್ದು ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಆಗೋಯ್ತಾ? ಬರೀರಪ್ಪ, ಫಾಸ್ಟಾಗಿ ಬರೀರಿ, ಚಂದ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೀರಿ. Done. Okay, please tell me when you're done. Okay, otherwise it's simply wastage of time. Correct? So we have to be fast also, but not so fast that you'll not understand. Okay, so now let us understand some more things. Now when you consider, when we studied in chemistry, what did we consider? Equation of state. We considered P into volume is equal to M into R as a universal gas constant, correct, into T, correct. PV is equal to MRT. This was universal gas constant, correct. This was universal gas constant. What was it? It was, the unit is joules per kg mole Kelvin. Okay, 1 kg mole consists of 1 kg mole consists of so many kgs of molecular weight, number of kgs of that substance, is it not? So if I consider for air, so for example, this is PV is equal to RT, but the way I have written is PV is equal to M into RT. What is this R? This is called characteristic gas constant. Characteristic gas constant. This is characteristic gas constant. Okay, now if you consider universal gas constant, universal gas constant is 8134 joules per kg mole Kelvin, correct students? Okay, now if you consider air, for example, let us consider nitrogen first of all. Okay, for nitrogen, for N2, what is the molecular weight? What is the molecular weight of nitrogen? It is 28, is it not? So what is the R for nitrogen? For nitrogen, R is equal to R bar by 28 kgs. And this comes out to be 8134 divided by 28. Whatever the answer you get, that is the what do you say? That is the characteristic gas constant of nitrogen. Very important. Okay, so here when I consider this, you will get 8134 divided by 28 comes as 290.5 joules per kg Kelvin. See the difference? It's same as Cp and Cv. kg Kelvin, sorry, joules per kg Kelvin. Very important. So if from this I can get Cp and Cv. Provided
it is 8314.
Is it 8314? I'm very sorry. It is 8314. I'm very sorry, students. So 8314. So it is not coming. I would have made a mistake here. Okay. So 8314 divided by, I'm sorry, 8314 divided by 28, and it comes out to be 296.9, okay, or 297 joules per kg Kelvin, near about, okay, near about 297. But if you consider air, for air, molecular weight is taken as 29, keep in mind, nearly 29. So this is nothing but 8314 divided by 29, which comes out to be nearly equal to 286.68, which can be nearly taken as 287 joules per kg. Very important. R for air is 287 joules per kg. We will do a lot of problems. Now I am introducing all the equations to you. Slowly we will do problems. At that time you will understand much more. Okay. So R air is equal to 287 joules per kg Kelvin. Is that clear, students? How this has to be taken? So now this one can be written as PV, P into small v is equal to RT, where small v is equal to volume by mass. Correct? Easy. Very, very simple thing. Write it down fast.
Sir, could you justify those units?
Which units? See, 1 kg mole is how many kgs of what you say? 1 kg mole is equal to 1 kg mole of nitrogen is 28 kgs. 1 kg mole of air is 29 kgs. Make sense? So wherever kg mole is there, you put 28 kgs. Make sense? Yuvraj.
Yeah, sir. Like I mean, it is in denominator now, so like it
Yes.
should get inside.
Wherever it is, you have to put that, is it not? For example, let us take, okay, for example, one, what you say, density of, say, density of water is 1000 kg per meter cube. Let us convert into grams per centimeter cube. How will you do that? You say 1000 into 1000 kg is 1000 grams, right? 1 meter cube, you say grams per centimeter cube. You say 1 meter cube, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So 100 cube centimeter cube. So you get 1 gram per centimeter cube, is it not? Conversion, unit conversion, is it not? Simple. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Similar with this. Basics. Keep it simple and sweet.
So that kg mole is all together. It's not separate anymore.
No, 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 no. It's kg mole. It's kg mole. One kg mole. You can put like this kg mole.
Okay, okay.
1 kg mole of substance consists of Avogadro numbers of particles. Is it not?
Okay, so 20. Okay, 28. Okay.
Ah. So 1 kg mole of substance consists Avogadro numbers of particles. So 6.022 into 10 power 26 particles. If it is in gram mole, then 6.022 into 10 power 23. Is it not? Chemistry is also important here. Our mechanical engineer needs mathematics, physics, as well as chemistry. Tell me when you have finished writing, students. Then we will go and see how to, because if I find out R, I should be able to find out Cp and Cv, correct? But how to find out Cp and Cv is an important one. Let us do that now. But for Cp and Cv, we should need gamma. Just R is not enough. If I know gamma, I can find Cp and Cv. Cp, R and gamma, I can find Cp and Cv, is it not? So next is how to find out gamma. Step by step. Tomorrow we will see different type of processes. For first closed system, we will see adiabatic. We will see your constant pressure process, polytropic. How does that come? And then problems. Done, students?
Yes.
Very good. Okay, everybody has done? Fine. Next, let us take Control P. Let us see how to find out the specific heat for different type of the ratio of specific heat. Okay. Now, the ratio of specific heat, let us find out the ratio of specific heat, ratio of specific heats through kinetic theory of gases and statistical mechanics. Statistical mechanics. Let us find it out.
ಸರ್ ಒಮ್ಮೆ
Now,
ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು ಒಮ್ಮೆ. ಹಾಂ ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ?
ಎಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್.
ನನಗೆ ಒಮ್ಮೊಮ್ಮೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕದ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು ಆಯ್ತಾ.
ಎಸ್ ಎಸ್
ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ 8134 8314 ಬದಲಿಗೆ 8134 ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ.
ಎಸ್
So the senior students, please see it, okay? If you can get it, okay? Fine, okay? Now, ratio of specific heat through kinetic theory of gases or statistical mechanics. One of the main thing we have to see is when you consider temperature in statistical mechanics, okay, temperature is nothing but root mean square velocity of molecules. This is temperature T. Temperature T is root mean square of the molecules. What does that mean? Square root of, say, V1 square plus V2 square plus V3 square plus so on up till Vn square divided by n, where n is the number of molecules. Correct? That is the temperature. Okay, first thing. Similar way, it is also given that if you consider the internal energy U is given as statistically, okay, is given as F by 2 into R, which is characteristic gas constant, okay, into temperature. What is F here? F determines the degrees of freedom. F determines, F is degrees of freedom. F is degrees of freedom. F is degrees of freedom. Let us put this as equation 1. Okay, that is degrees of freedom. And then we know CV. What is CV? CV is nothing but dou U by dou T at constant specific volume. Correct? So here this one comes as F by 2 into R. Correct? Let us write it as 2. So CV is degrees of freedom into R. What is CP? CP is nothing but, if you consider, let us do that later. Okay, next slide we will do it. Okay, so CV is F by 2 R. So we can write CV is equal to F by 2 into R. This is 2 equation. Write this down, students. Very, very, very important, these things. Tell me when you're finished, students. Hello, done?
No, sir.
Well, please write it down. Yeah,
Thanks.
done? Okay, good. So now let us understand this further. Okay. Now, similar way, if you consider say CP is actually equal to CV plus R, we have derived it, is it not? So what is it? It is F by 2 into R plus R, which is equal to F plus 2 by 2 into R. That means my CP is equal to F plus 2 by 2. I'll write it neatly. F plus 2 by 2 into R. This is my CP. Okay, fine, done. Now this much we have done from, okay, not just this. What is CP by CV? If I consider CP by CV, CP by CV is, what is CP? CP is F plus 2 by 2 into R. What is CV? CV is F by 2 into R. Now this comes as equal to, when we do the math, we will get this as Cp by Cv is gamma, is it not? Ratio of specific heats. So ratio of specific heats gamma comes out as F plus 2 divided by F. So this is the equation number 4, we can say. And no, sorry, is it 4? No, 3. And then this we can say gamma is equal to F plus 2 divided by F. This is the fourth equation. Now this much I have told. I have not told you what is F. Let us see in the next slide. Write this down fast, students. So we have used statistical mechanics to see this. Next we will use our kinetic theory to answer the question for what is the degrees of freedom. Very good. Okay, let us understand this further. Okay. Now let us get this particular thing proper. Okay, so now what is happening here? Wait a minute, students. Okay, now the F, the degrees of freedom, F depends upon whether the gas is monatomic, diatomic, monoatomic, or diatomic. We will not go with triatomic, or diatomic, and the temperature. For a monoatomic gas, for a monoatomic gas, for a monoatomic gas, what is the degrees of freedom? How much ways it can move? 6 ways, is it not? Correct. So for a monoatomic gas, a molecule can have 6 motions, 3 translations, 3 rotations. So this 6 motions implies F is equal to 6. So if that is the case, then we have CV is equal to 3 by 2. Correct. Okay, now one more point. Okay, one second. Generally it is 6. Okay. Now generally it is 6. But if you see molecules, okay, generally it is 6. Okay. But a molecule has a very small diameter, okay, compared to the distances it moves. The energy, the rotational energy, or sorry, the energy in the degrees of freedom involving rotation is very small, compared to the degrees of freedom involving translation along 3 axes. Therefore, F for a monoatomic gas is 3 for a monoatomic gas. So now after this is done, you just write down what is Cp, Cv, and what is Cv, what is Cp, what is gamma. You can write it. Similar way, we will see diatomic gases. Go. Sorry. Done, students? Today it was a great recovery, right? Morning I did not think I could take 2 hours of classes.
Done, sir.
Done, very good. Okay. So now what happens? My Cv for a monoatomic gas can be written as 3 by 2 into R. Cp can be written as 5 by 2 into R. Gamma can be written as 5 by 3. Can you tell me one example of a monoatomic gas, students? Can you tell me one example of monoatomic gas? Example for a monoatomic
Hydrogen.
gas. Huh? Yes?
Hydrogen.
Huh? Yeah. What is the example for a monoatomic gas?
All noble gases. Argon.
Helium. Okay, one of the easiest one is helium. What is the molecular weight? 2, right? 2 is the molecular weight of helium, right? Helium molecular weight is 2, right? Atomic weight is 1. Atomic weight plus molecular weight is 2 only, is it not? So what is R there? R is 8314 divided by 2. So it is 4,000, say 157. Correct. That is R. What is CV? CV can be 3 by 2 into 4157. Correct. CP is 5 by 2 into 4157. Whatever the answer you get for helium. What is gamma for helium? 5 by 3. What is that? 1.6667 for helium. Very important. Got it? This is how, even if they don't give you CPCV value, you should be able to get that by yourself, provided you know the molecular weight of the substance of the gas. Write this down, students. Students, don't worry about increasing number of information, just go with the flow. Whatever you can do, put your full efforts in learning and don't panic. Very important not to panic. Okay, thinking that we have a lot of things, how can we remember all those negative thoughts? Don't do that. Don't keep those negative thoughts. It will hurt you big time. Go on doing things, that's it. Go on learning, that's it. Sure shot you'll get success. Don't worry about future, worry about the present now. Don't worry about the present also. Keep on doing the work, that's it. No need of any worry.